for all of our European listeners, I'll see
George
some of you in Heathrow, and I'll see some of you in Northern Ireland.
George Somerville, look out. Marty's coming your way. Yeah. Well, son, have a great time, and I look forward to seeing your bracket, and I look forward to us discussing that when we both return in a couple weeks. And by the time we get back in 2 weeks, our brackets will both be like that bag of weed, that knapsack of weed. It'll be left somewhere on the curb for somebody else to enjoy.
Only it won't have $2,200 in it. There will be no dollars. $0. Much like my golf game yesterday. Oh, my Lord. I had one of those rounds you just want to quit. I'm going to go play 18. See y'all.
Coming up on the Monday edition of Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and me, Michelle Smallman. Before you fill out your brackets, make sure you tune into the Tournament Challenge Marathon for all the info you need. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRIEND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
New year, new deals at High Point Furniture. It's a store-wide furniture sale, and everything is priced to move. Sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms. Never before seen low prices on the styles you love. Shop 2 great locations, 1916 West Evans Street in Florence and 873 Broad Street in Sumter. Hey, don't wait. Refresh your home with great brand names for less and start the year in comfort and style. High Point Furniture, where New Year's savings begin.
Step into Wonderland at the Mad Hatter Tea Party. Join us Saturday, March 21st at St. Luke Lutheran Church for a whimsical tea party with delicious sweets, coffee, and of course, tea. Wear your most fabulous Hatter costume for a chance to win prizes and meet the Mad Hatter and some of his furry friends. All proceeds support the Florence Area Humane Society, helping animals in need. Tickets are limited. Don't be late for this very important date. Visit FlorenceHumaneSociety.org to get yours today.
Incredible savings from Hartsville Lumber and Barns on CarolinaSaves.com. An 8x8 wooden storage barn with metal roof and treated runners a regular $1,600. Now half off. It won't be there long. Go to CarolinaSaves.com and click on the Florence tab.
Attention Braves country. Get ready for Braves Country Fest. Starring Cody Johnson. With special guest Ella Langley.
Come on, baby.
Plus Ernest and Mackenzie Carpenter. Saturday, June 13th, Truist Park. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com and Braves.com. Presented by Truist.
Genesis Healthcare is hiring now. Explore open employment opportunities and make a real impact in your community. Apply today at genesisfqhc.org and check out all of their available positions online. Genesis Healthcare, where care and purpose come together.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, home of the Press Box with Alan Smothers, WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio. Welcome to South Carolina's premier tailgate show, Game Day in the Carolinas, broadcasting from the spacious tailgate of the Community Broadcasters Complex on the PD's 96.3 FM, Sumter's WDXY 105.9 FM, and on Facebook Live. Join Matt and Woody on the tailgate by calling 843-407-5812. And now, your party hosts, Woody Fagan and Matt Jordan.
It is another Saturday morning.
I had nothing this morning. It's game day in the Carolinas. I'm Matt. He's Woody. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We seem to be short one.
Yeah, intern's late.
Intern's late. Oh, as always.
The dock is pay.
Yeah.
He's gonna make me fire him and then rehire him back for less money. That's what he's gonna do.
Severely reduced pay for everyone.
And don't think I'm not above it. Fire him and hire him back for less.
Well, it was like last week when he was so good, we doubled his salary, then cut it in half.
That's right.
So,
I mean, you know.
The phone number to call in, 843-407-5812, 843-407-5812.
And I'll just go ahead and throw this out early. You know, just some appreciation. You know, we get our callers in. We've had several call in the last couple of weeks that we don't normally hear from, and some first-time callers. And we really appreciate that. We appreciate everybody that's listening. We don't say that enough, I don't think. But thank y'all for tuning in. I know some of us some of y'all catch us online. Some of us, you know, a typical old-fashioned radio set.
Yep.
And going out in public last couple weekends. I mean, last weekend with the Ice Cats and the Pride weekend was a big success. They did really well.
They look beautiful.
I mean, in a losing effort, unfortunately, but the impact was made. You know, a lot of folks there. Alan Sirwell had his jersey retired. They've got 2 banners hanging in there now for the Brabham Cup and the Palmetto Cup. But I wound up, you know, the cool part about it is every now and then you get interaction with people. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I had some of both last week. We won't talk about the bad, but we'll talk about the good. Met a young lady named Melissa Shea. She and her dad, both big listeners on the show. They listen on Saturday mornings together, so good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Last night at the game, I met another gentleman by the name of Neil White. He's from over this way, but I think he works over toward Harbor Freight, somewhere like that.
Love to Harbor Freight.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. We appreciate that very much. And it's nice that folks come up if they recognize the name. Occasionally I've gotten I recognize your voice. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I'll tell you the same thing I tell all of our 5 or 6 listeners. Again, make better life choices. You shouldn't be listening to us on Saturday morning.
This is the difference.
Get a hobby.
This is the main difference between me and you. I am like pretending it's supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
When I'm going to the grocery store, because that's the one thing I'm trying to. Hey, I recognize you. Okay.
Okay. Well, then we'll just put it this way. Matt's the brains of the outfit. I'm the PR guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, don't be afraid to come up and speak. I appreciate that very much. It's kind of actually encouraging in a way to let you know that there are people listening and they do enjoy what we're trying to do.
The only thing I say is, if you do catch me in the grocery store and want to speak, don't block the aisle. That's all I ask. Because I hate it.
You feel hemmed in?
Oh my gosh. It's always my luck. Every time I go to the store, there's either 5 people who need to get this almost the same thing or the thing that's in the same general area.
Yeah.
Or it's those people.
Well, the ones that get me now are the ones that the actual employees, like at the Walmart or at the grocery store, that are picking online orders for people.
Yeah.
You know, those folks will flat run you over. And most of them aren't even paying attention. They've got their headset on. They're talking to people. They're listening to music.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll blow right through you, and you don't even know you're there till they hit you.
Huge carts.
Yep.
I'll tell you that much. All right. I guess we need to start talking sports because, certain people get mad if we don't talk sports 2 seconds out of the gate.
Yeah.
So, not a good night on the diamond. Well, it's not a good night, period, for Clemson. Not a good night on the diamond for either one of our 2 major teams.
Yeah.
Here in the Palmetto State. Tigers, Georgia Tech must be really good.
They're very good.
That's all I know. 10-0 on Thursday, 9-4 last night. And they got the game 3 today. Don't know why it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday thing, but it is.
Well, which baseball ranking are we paying attention to? Because there's only like 12 different ranking services. Are we doing D1 baseball?
Yeah, D1's the official.
Is it? Well, tell that to the other guys.
Official.
I mean, they apparently don't know that.
That's the one that shows up on NCAA.com.
Well, Georgia Tech's 5th in the nation right now, according to D1 baseball.
Georgia Tech may be the best team in the ACC.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close to that. Now, I'm still Wake Forest is still lurking around 16. That's just one behind Clemson. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing really good reports listening to some of the the intel gathering and the articles I read, their pitching is supposedly lights out.
ACC is going to be really good this year, from what I understand.
It's going to be a challenge.
Virginia's pretty good. Obviously, North Carolina and Duke are always good. Miami, I think, has had some early season trouble. But everybody's had early season. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Especially on Wednesday, or midweek games, I should say. Not all the games are on Wednesday these days. We've had a 2-win team defeat the defending national champions.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who aren't aware, North Dakota State, usually their home opener is about the last week of the season.
Yeah, because it's frozen.
It's just frozen over. But they went to LSU.
And whooped up.
And whooped on the LSU Tigers.
And they're ranked second right now. They're probably poised to honestly repeat. I mean, they're going to get another, fifth title?
Yeah.
A fourth title out of 5 years?
It's very possible. SEC's strong.
Yep. But and you got Coastal in the thick of things. By D1 standards, they're ranked in the top 10. They won last night.
But even Coastal's gotten their hind end torn off. Now, granted, it was by Texas.
Well, and Texas is third.
Yeah, Texas is a very good team this year. But they beat Ole Miss. I mean, the Coastal's in it. East Carolina's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it. And I don't want to sit here and say parity, because I really don't believe there's the parity everybody thinks there is. It's just the way I see it. First off, your midweek game is more treated like a spring training game. Your starters are going to get about 2 or 3 innings.
It's supposed to be a practice development game.
Yeah,
exactly.
And your bench players get on there, and they pitch the majority of the game, and it's Johnny Hole's staff, and I don't think a lot of the big boys take those midweek games seriously. I really don't, until about 3/4 of the way of the season, and when they find out they're on the bubble, and it's like, oh, we need to take these games seriously.
You know, on a college football schedule, you can look at the 1, maybe 2 games. Every team's got one every season.
Yeah.
It's potentially a trap game.
Right.
Imagine, though, in baseball, you got a trap game every week, sometimes twice.
Yes.
If depending on the schedule, because back in the day, Tanner would schedule 2 games midweek, early in the week with them. They played the same team 2 nights.
And South Carolina's tripped up on a lot of their trap games this year. I mean,
that
Queens,
always tells
Citadel.
me what kind of team they're going to have. It's based on how they're handling that midweek competition. If they're rolling through it without any worries, I feel strongly South Carolina has a good team.
You have good depth. You have, you seem to have everything clicking ready to go for May. But man, oh man! But then last night,
where
were the bats?
Well, for either team. I mean, you're talking about a Florida team's in the top 10. And they, by the time they reached the top of the 10th, they had 1 hit apiece in the frame. 1 hit. Florida had 3 errors.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, it was 9. They left 9 stranded, Florida did. South Carolina left 8 stranded. And I mean, that score, though, if you can get a couple of base runners on, Florida commits 3 errors in a game, which is, to me, a cardinal type sin. You can't manufacture 1 run off of 3 errors.
Yeah.
So I haven't gone back to completely look at the whole play-by-play of the game.
1 hitter.
Because I'm wondering, did South Carolina even get it makes you wonder, did South Carolina even get a player to second?
It was a 1 hitter last night. Now get this. Okay. The box score, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for South Carolina. 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors. You had more errors than hits last night if you're Florida, and you still won the ball game.
And Florida got it. They walked. They wound up getting runners at second and third. They intentionally walked the next batter. South Carolina did there in the bottom of the 10th. He hits finally gets a bloop fly ball. And when I say bloop, we're talking, was he 30 yards off the back of second base?
It wasn't even that. I mean, that if it fell, that would have probably been classified as a dying quail.
It wasn't, but he was very easy, able to get under it, get straight to him. He's got forward momentum. He was not running to the side. He was running straight at home plate, and he could not manage a clean throw to home plate to get the tagging runner to win the ball. Won the ball game.
You look at it, and he committed one of the cardinal sins. He did not throw that ball off the back foot.
No, he didn't. But it's just amazing to me how you get by and you get to that level, probably getting a little bit of money now to play ball. You're on a scholarship, and you make basic little league errors.
Yes. But I will say this. If you want to take some hope out of last night's game, y'all got a Friday night starter.
Heck yeah. He's shown that twice.
I mean, he
did that against Clemson,
yeah,
and he did that against Florida.
Josh Gunther is the obvious ace of that staff.
And he's the kid that came from Wake Forest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Again, if they moved him out, imagine what Wake Forest has got in that pitching rotation. I'm telling you, Wake Forest may be a team to watch in the ACC.
I don't disagree with you, man. I don't disagree with you one solitary bit.
I mean, Vanderbilt they're not ranked, and they're normally strong on the pitching staff. And I was listening to one of the shows I like, This Week in College Baseball. They do that on satellite radio. You get a chance to listen to it sometime, listen to it. They're really good. But they've got a pitcher from Vanderbilt that's playing in the World Baseball Classic right now. They were saying his splitter has a 40-inch drop on a splitter. He got judged to ground out in some competition, got him to ground out, I think it was the same one, got him to ground out into a double play. I mean, you know, these guys are coming in playing college ball. You know, that's where they're going back to, and they're facing, you know, everybody they've idolized in this World Baseball League right now. And it's a lot of fun to watch, but 40-inch drop.
Is he playing for that Italian team?
I think so.
That makes sense because I heard they struggled against the Italian team just to.
I'll have to go back.
I know they lost.
Look which team he's playing with, but he's playing on the Vanderbilt squad, and he's in the World Baseball Classic on loan. As is the pitcher from Columbia University. He's from Brazil. He played with the Brazilian team. He got to pitch against those boys the other night too from the U.S.
Good Lord!
Imagine at 19.
Yeah,
you're pitching against a judge. And insert one other big time hitter in MLB right now. And that's who you're facing.
I mean, when you're going face to face with Paul Skeens.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing.
By the way, Paul Skeens might be the best pitcher I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's up there for me too right now.
I had to wait till he got to the majors, and I got a feeling, and I'm going to say this right now, I'm going to make a bold prediction. First off, my not so bold prediction is enjoy this Major League Baseball season because there won't be one next year.
Wow.
No, there won't be one. I mean, I've kept up with it. It's ugly. Second of all, if the Giants are in it and the Pirates are not, which is very likely, don't be surprised if Tony Vitello tells his GM, I want a reunion.
Well, that could be interesting. I think that's going to be one of the more interesting stories coming into the season is how's Vitello going to do in San Francisco, but we need to probably get back to college baseball.
All right.
Because we could chase that dragon all day.
And by the way, when I say reunion, I know that Vitello was not Skeens' coach, all right? But I'm just saying.
I mean, make a play.
Tony, yeah, I guarantee you, Tony
would cost you a fortune to get Skeens out of Pittsburgh right now.
I bet you anything, Tony was dying to get that kid at Tennessee. Dying to get that kid. All right, here we go. Belmont Abbey defeats North Greenville last night 11-1. Costa Carleona, or as ESPN calls them, Coast Car, defeats App State by the score of 10-6. Tech, FDTC over Sumter 9-3. Well, that's become a great rivalry right there. USC Sumter and Florida Tech.
Mm-hmm.
We've already mentioned it, talked it at length. Extra innings last night. Florida defeats South Carolina 1-0. Francis Marion also needed extra innings yesterday to defeat Young Harris 8-7. Georgia Tech just absolutely annihilated Clemson again 9-3. King 11, Erskine 9, Lander 7, Flagler 5. Lenore Rhine run ruled Anderson 12-0. Lincoln Memorial run ruled Coker 13-2. Newberry 7, Tusculum 0. North Georgia 8, Beaufort 3. Southeastern Baptist. My goodness, there's Southeastern Baptist, Southern Wesleyan. Oh, good grief. They defeated Bob Jones yesterday, Southeastern Baptist, that is 4-2. And I'm sure they had a great spread after the game. Southern Wesleyan 10, Mount Olive 9.
You know there was some fried chicken.
Oh, you know there was some fried chicken. And it was done right.
There you go.
Where are we at here?
Spartanburg Methodist.
Spartanburg Methodist defeated Truett McConnell 7-5. Stony Brook all over College of Charleston 3-1. Talladega swept a doubleheader yesterday, 13-4 over Voorhees in game 1, 13-10 in game 2. UNC Asheville 6, PC 5, Aiken 3, Georgia Southwestern 2. That was an extras. Upstate over High Point. Oh, thank God somebody can beat High Point.
That was in baseball, though.
Yeah, I know. 9-7 the final there. UT Martin over the Citadel, which beat South Carolina 3-2. Villanova 5, Charleston Southern 4. Winthrop in an excitement yesterday, 10-9.
14 innings.
Over them Highlanders, those
Wow.
pesky Highlanders. 10-9, and Wofford defeated the Tigers of Princeton by the final of 12-1, leading to today, where here's the noon o'clock. I don't know what we call this. Well, we'll call it the noon o'clock. Starts Belmont Abbey at North Greenville, Coker at Lincoln Memorial, Columbia Internationals at Union, Southern Baptist at Bob Jones.
Southeastern Baptist.
Or Southeastern Baptist. Southeastern Wesleyan and Southern Baptist. So
they got them all stacked up together. Your eyes are running. It's crossing your eyes.
Gosh,
I understand.
You're not even kidding.
I'm picking on you.
Southern Baptist and Bob Jones. By the way, that's a doubleheader. So, you know, that gives the ladies
plenty of time to fry more chicken.
A little bit more time to fry that chicken.
Dang,
yeah.
Skippy.
Actually, tonight might be the fish fry. You never know.
It could be.
It could be. You got Southern Wesleyan at Mount Olive and Villanova at Charleston Southern. At 1 o'clock, Anderson at Lenore Rhine. Benedict is at Savannah State. Erskine is at King. Flodar Tech is in Sumter today. They're taking on the Fire Ants at 1 o'clock. Newberry will take on Tusculum. Princeton is at Wofford. Truett McConnell is at Spartanburg Methodist. Yes, I'm having to use my finger to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Lancaster is at Union. Salkehatchie is at Gaston. Young Harris is at Francis Marion. Now your 2 o'clock scheduled games. Flagler is at Lander. Georgia Southwestern's at Aiken. High Point at Upstate. North Georgia at Beaufort. Radford is in Rock Hill to take on Winthrop. Stony Brook down in Chucktown to take on the Cougars. Voorhees is at Talladega. Coastal Carolina's at App State. Now this is at 3 o'clock. Georgia Tech at Clemson. Asheville's at Presbyterian. Citadel at UT Martin. And South Carolina. By the way, Citadel Martin is at 4 o'clock. And South Carolina and Florida is at 6:30 tonight.
Several double headers being played today. We're expecting bad weather tomorrow?
No, it's usually a JUCO and D2 thing because, you know, buses and they want Sunday to be a travel day.
They've got different rules around there.
And, well, I was also about to say, and also you got the Christian schools that will not be playing on Sunday if you paid them $1 million.
Yeah.
That is the way best ball looks this morning. So I guess we can take a break here. Unless we got more things we need to talk about. 843-407-5812. Can anybody beat Duke?
In basketball?
In basketball.
I thought we were talking. Never mind. That's fine. Yeah, I think only team we've discussed, maybe Arizona, has got a shot.
Yeah, I was about to say that because that was my tease going into the break.
Maybe.
Because I think the worst thing that could happen for everybody else happened Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Chandler supposed to break that down for us today?
Yeah, he's got to have his full bracketology.
You got the bracketology done, right? He said, yeah.
He's got it all. Good, and we're going to turn to him next segment.
That's right. He might keep his job after all.
Anyways, yes, and I'll say this right now. The worst thing that could happen to the rest of college basketball happened Thursday night to Duke. Back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. I am Donnie Daniel with Daniel Wealth Management. In a world of constant change and evolving market, finding a partner you can trust is crucial for financial success. At Daniel Wealth Management, we understand the importance of growth, not just for your investment, but for your future and your legacy you'll leave behind. Our team of experts are dedicated to providing personalized strategies that align with your goals, whether you're planning for retirement, saving for a home, or investing for your children's education. With our tailored approach, we'll help you navigate the complexities of your portfolio portfolio and make informed decisions that drive your success. Time is your most valuable asset, and we're here to help you make the most of it. Let us be your guide on the path to financial growth and stability. Visit us at Daniel Wealth Management on Broad Street in Sumter, South Carolina, or call us at 803-774-3121 and schedule an appointment to start your journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Daniel Wealth Management, your partner in growth, your partner in success.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC.
Imagine delighting your event's guest senses with unique, tantalizing food. That's what PD Catering can do for your event. With mouth-watering meal options, they offer exceptional service, unforgettable food, affordable prices for any occasion. PD Catering offers more fresh meal combinations than you ever thought possible, from prime rib dinners, steak and lobster, to sausage or chicken biscuits, pancakes or waffles, cold-cut sandwiches, salads, barbecue, and many other entrees. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner covered. Whether it's an office party, a wedding, or business meeting, their desire is to perfectly and affordably satisfy customers' needs for any occasion, from any party sizes of 20 to 1,000. You can trust PD Catering for exceptional service and exceptional food. Contact Tammy Hicks at 843-519-1036 or at pdcatering.com for contact information and their great customer reviews. Once again, contact Tammy Hicks at 843-519-1036 or at pdcatering.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That is simple human sense. Call me, Sarah Knight Nally, at CRW Insurance, 803-775-1168 if auto owners make sense for you.
In the heart of South Carolina, where the spirit of celebration thrives, there's a place unlike any other. Mickey Finn's your one-stop party destination with 3 locations, Cashua Drive, Pamplico Highway, and their huge beverage warehouse on Dr. Johnny Bruce Road next to Buc-ee's. Step into a world of endless possibilities where the shelves are filled with the largest selection of beer, wine, and liquor, each bottle carrying its own story of flavor and enjoyment. Sign up today for Mickey Finn's customer rewards. Mickey Finn says, "We drink all we can and sell the rest."
It's the Spring NASCAR Weekend, March 20th through 22nd at Darlington Raceway, the track too tough to tame. And we've got updates all weekend long from pit road to the garage. Woody Fagan covers racing at Darlington all weekend, bringing you the Lady in Black reports. Brought to you by Slowpoke Bait and Tackle, Baker Transportation, Dunright Automotive, Callaway Auto Glass, the Lexington Police Department, McLeod Farms, Precision Tune of Florence, Car Stereo Plus, Pers McBarkin, and Trinity Auto Glass. Hear every update on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Running for public office isn't just about politics. It's about people. It's about standing up for your community and what you believe is right. To make a difference, people need to hear your story. At Community Broadcasters, we help you connect with the voters who matter most. Real voices, real conversations. Let the professionals handle your advertising so you can focus on serving. Call Community Broadcasters at 843-678-9393 today. Your voice deserves to be heard.
Voted most likely to annoy. Game Day in the Carolinas.
Tonight, it's Saturday night's main event. Okay, it's too early for that. It's Game Day in the Carolinas. Matt, Woody, and Chandler here with us here this morning. And I asked that question. You started to answer it. So if you want to expound upon your answer, can anybody beat Duke?
That's going to be the question. I mean, it just seems like every year when you get to your Final Four, you've got at least one that's the hot topic team, the team that just happened to the gel to get it together.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just say a la South Carolina a handful of years ago.
That's right. And you know that.
And congratulations
by the way,
to Martin. Yeah, go ahead and finish it.
I beat Miami of Ohio. I stopped them from being undefeated.
And he'll use that for a pay raise for the next 3 years.
Well, every time he's in trouble at UMass.
Yeah.
You know,
he stopped Miami of Ohio.
I was the one. I was the team. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we have a phone call. Let's talk to some people. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Buenos dias, muchachos. ¿Qué pasa?
Good morning, Lee.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
All right. How are you?
Hey, congratulations to Clemson on a big win against North Carolina. I got to give them props for that.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge win against North Carolina. But I'll say this: I think what we saw last night when those Boozer brothers are on, it's over.
Yeah, it's hard to play with them.
Whew.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that the men's basketball season is over. I mean, I'm glad that Oklahoma put us out of our misery.
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? The last team South Carolina beat, they're playing today.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Was that
Ole Miss.
Mississippi State?
Ole Miss is still playing. Yeah.
Yeah, Ole Miss is in the semis.
They played. They beat. I haven't been keeping up with it, to be honest. The Carolina lost. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, first 15 seed ever to play in the semifinals is Ole Miss. Yep, they beat Bama.
All right. I'll just change the subject for a second, if that's all right. Any news coming out of spring practice? I haven't been keeping up with that either. I go to work at 4 a.m. and I get home, I'm in the bed before 8. So,
welcome to my world.
Yeah. Nothing that I've seen lately, Lee. I need to go do some digging on that and see, but nothing. It's been kind of quiet. You know, other than them announcing
the offensive lineman offensive lineman that came from North Carolina State not playing. That's all the news that I've heard coming out of there.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll at least be back for the season supposedly. But you know, it's nice to know you're going to miss majority of your training and prep.
And and I think what is it this week or is it next week that's spring break for the Gamecocks?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, you're not going to hear much.
No, it's been kinda
I mean,
quiet.
I'm thinking the first couple of weeks of spring, kind of no news is good news.
Well, I mean, the only news I've seen is the lineup and them talking about this concert instead of a spring game.
Well,
but what did you really learn in the spring game?
I was about to say, what is the point of a spring game anymore?
I've never.
That Don Staley can't catch.
That's about it. You know, you find out what guest celebrity can catch and which one can't.
Does Don have any eligibility?
Yeah, we might need her too. So yeah, you don't really gather anything out of that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a headline that come out that says South Carolina fans stunned that they lose to Oklahoma. No, we're stunned that we still have our coach. That's what we're stunned about.
Well, did you happen to read the letter that the AD put out this week?
No, I haven't.
He put out a nice letter that looked a lot like a Christmas card.
Oh.
And I saw it on the internet to the point that I even saved it. I took a screenshot of it.
Give you the warm and fuzzies?
Yes, it was put out March 10th. Statement from Jeremiah Donati, Director of Athletics. Gamecock Nation deserves a winning men's basketball program. I understand the frustration and disappointment following the results of the past 2 seasons. Coach Paris can win here, and he has proven it. He led this program to an NCAA tournament appearance in just his second season at South Carolina and was named the 2024 SEC Coach of the Year after tying a single-season program record with 26 wins. He has proven he can win throughout his coaching career. Our goal is to build a men's basketball program at South Carolina that is consistently competitive in the SEC and nationally. To reach our goals, it will require an increased level of investment across the program that matches these expectations. We are committed to making these critical investments. Additionally, it requires an ongoing assessment and evaluation to ensure we are moving forward and making the necessary improvements. Alongside these investments, it is my expectation that we will see significant improvements in the short term. I want to assure our fans and constituents that we will put in the work to make this a program you are proud of year in and year out. It is a rapidly changing collegiate athletic landscape, but we welcome that challenge and opportunity. End of letter.
I have great news. My butt looks good.
Well,
because I was rolling my eyes so hard, I was checking out my own behind.
Well, 2 things pop out to me about that. That's usually the calling card for you better win this year, bro, or you out.
Yeah. Oh,
and secondly, he admitted it takes investment, and it's obvious they've not invested in the program.
Because he just said it without saying it.
Yeah.
No, this is the new vote of confidence. We're increasing your NIL budget.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I read it.
Now, some people say that they need to build a new arena. And I've heard them speculating that they're going to build a new basketball arena for the lady basketball team. I seen that on the news last weekend that they're thinking about building a new basketball arena.
CLA ain't that
And,
old.
No,
I don't know. I mean, that's what I saw. They was actually showing that during the women's game that they're $150 million to build a new one or something like that.
$150 million ain't building you a new arena.
No.
They must. I bet they must be thinking about doing some renovations to the Carolina Coliseum.
You could tear it down and rebuild there.
I think that's probably what they'll end up doing is renovating Carolina Coliseum.
Because didn't they put a big practice facility underneath that somewhere?
Yes.
There's an underground practice facility for both the teams.
That's what the CC is now.
Yeah. So, but the other way I read that translation too on that big letter is we ain't got $12 million to buy him out.
Yeah.
That's how I read it. And I like Paris. Paris. I like the head coach.
No, you said it right.
He's a very likable person.
He's a good guy, but it's just there's something missing. To me, it's like you're telling this guy to go make brick, and you're not giving him but half the straw to do it. And it's I just don't get the feeling he's getting a lot of support on that.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Because I was reading about Syracuse and his coach getting. You would think Syracuse.
Oh, basketball, yeah.
No. They have one of the lowest NILs in the ACC. Clemson is actually outspending Syracuse in basketball.
It shows.
The only other thing I could say is with the NIL money you've gotten, what are you getting? Now, the big bank or the big risk this year, the big spin was to find people that could shoot the three ball. That failed miserably. None of those guys had really good years shooting the three ball, and I hate to say it, but I like Meechie Johnson as a player, but he's not the guy that you're going to depend on carrying your team.
He needs help.
Yeah, you got to have a couple of players.
He's bipolar, man.
Yeah, very much so. He forgets who he is
When
from
he's
day
on,
to day.
When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he is way off.
It stinks.
Who was the guy I was talking about last week?
Was that Eli?
No, this was the year after they went to the Final Four. And that's exactly who Meechie reminds me of.
I know you're talking
about. It'll be another. You know what it'll be? Another time at 12:05 when I actually figure out who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But he was a good compliment. But then when it became the team got on his shoulders, it depended on how he did that night, whether or not the Gamecocks won. And Gamecocks did not win a lot that year. And I think that really set Frank Martin's pants on fire.
Yeah. Well, one thing I can give Frank Martin credit for, his team had an identity. You knew what they were really good at was defense. With the Lamont Paris team, the last couple of seasons, they have no identity. You don't know what they're good at, what they're not good at, what defines this team. Well, it was supposed to be the three-point shooting this year, but that was not abysmal.
No.
That's what that was.
You know what I'm thinking too? I think we're starting to get to the end of that fast-paced shoot-a-three offense. I think the end life is the end cycle is starting on that era now. But I don't know where we're going to go after that. That's
I don't know. But anyway, guys, enjoy the show as always. Y'all do a great job. And Woody, we are installing a new rule in our golf tournament this year.
Uh-oh.
It's called the Woody rule.
What did I do?
You can't win but one prize when you get a draw. You can't win all of them.
Hey, I had nothing. I bought 20 tickets and sat down at a table.
It's called I'm actually going to bring this up at the tournament this year. We got the new rule. It's called the Woody rule. You cannot win all the door prizes. You only win one.
I don't.
But you will get the pick at the one you want to keep. That will do that. Woody made out like a bandit, man. He made out like a bandit at the golf tournament. He ate, he played golf, and he walked away with a car full of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to have now? You're going to have half that room going, I never win anything.
Well, the funny thing is, the guy I was with, my buddy Bubba, He's from Laos. And Bubba, I tried to hand him one of those tickets. Like, Bubba, take this ticket and go claim that, man, because I can't keep. For some reason, I keep winning these things. And Bubba's like, no, I'm not doing it, man. You doing it. He said, when you stand up, I'm gonna yell, "This is rigged." And that's what he did. He's the guy that yelled, "This is rigged," when I stood up to get that third prize.
Minaya. Justin Minaya.
Yeah.
That's the guy we were thinking of.
But, so, again, there was no foul play. I just bought 20 tickets and sat down at the table with my fried chicken.
But that worked out really good. We sold those door price tickets for $1. We usually sell them for $5 each. Don't sell that many, but people buy more when you have them for $1.
Yeah. Well,
it kind of worked out.
It was a good cause anyway. Don't mind contributing to that anytime. So
I've done Brook News on their show, but October the 10th this year will be at Trace's. It'll be our 25th annual. Will be at Trace's this year.
Okay, awesome.
So October the 10th, the same time and the same cost as last year.
Well, I may have to get me a new team of ringers. My ringers didn't ring at all. When I'm out playing them, that's a bad thing.
Maybe your bell had a crack in it.
Well, my buddy Bubba was supposed to be one of my ringers, and he didn't. He no-showed on me. So I'm upset with him. I'm gonna see him for lunch today.
Yeah, you played with 3, didn't you? But you played with 3.
Yeah, I had 3 guys. Yep. And Bubba's brother's a greens. He's like over one of the courses down at the beach. That's his job. I mean, he's the one responsible for keeping all the greens and fairways, everything done and set up. So he's got a bunch of people working for him, and he's a ringer too, and he had a bad day. So I don't know what's going on with those guys. I'm going to give them a hard time.
Well, that's golf, Woody. There's some days you go out there and you dominate and you're the best there ever was, and there's other days you show up there and you act like you ain't never played the game before in your life.
Well, I'll tell you, you got to be careful who you choose to play with, because I play with those guys. Now, they're from Laos. Now, you play with Laotians or you play with Vietnamese guys, they love to gamble. And they like to lure you into gambling because they're like, last time I played, he was like, well, I hadn't touched the club in a year. I don't know that I can play. He said, you want to play for like a quarter a hole? And he lines up and just ropes 2 or 3. His first 3 drives are straight down the fairway. And I'm like, no, Bubba. I know how you are. I mean, he talks about gambling and cutting up all the time about laying money on stuff. And I'm like, you're not going to fool me that way. So, anyway, I got to be careful with those guys.
I ain't good enough to gamble. So.
Me neither. Anytime I put money on it, I lose.
There's only one club in my bag that makes money for me, and that's my ball retriever. So that's the only club in my bag that don't cost me money. So.
That sounds like me too.
And I'm usually looking for golf balls when I'm out there when I'm out there playing. If I find one, I'm digging it out in the water, buddy.
Well, I might employ them again this year. I don't know.
Hey, Saturday, October the 10th, 1 o'clock at Trace's. So. Looking forward to seeing everybody then. It'll be our 25th. It's unbelievable, but 25 years.
That is incredible.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Sir. You too. Thanks, Lee. All right, man. Yep. 843-407-5812 is the number. Yeah. I think
I'm just laughing over the. I got Bubba's in my head now. I'm stuck. So
I was waiting for you to say something.
I'll see him at lunch today, so I'll have to give him a hard time about. Is he going to be in shape for golf this year? Is he going to take off on me like he did last year?
I might,
Yeah. And him yelling foul. He said, "This is rigged." As soon as I stood up to get that prize, "This is rigged. This is rigged." And I'm like, "No." And I told him, I said, "Bubba, can you walk out with me in the parking lot?" I said, I might need a little backup. 4 prizes here today out of 5 out of the drawing. Somebody might jump me in the parking lot. And no sooner than he just looked at me and smiled. And no sooner than he said that, somebody walked by and said, "I'd be careful walking to the parking lot if I was you." Well, I looked at him. I was like, see? So yeah. He thought it was rigged and was giving me a hard time about it, but he took a cooler from me that I won. I gave him a cooler. He was happy to accept that award.
Coolers, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wants cooler.
So
notice that.
I've got a huge pop-up tent we could probably use on a remote, but we could put this entire studio underneath it. I don't need a pop-up.
There we go.
Tailgate tent as big as this room, but I got one.
See, businesses out there, that is more than enough motivation for you to
let us on the road, man.
To let us over at your business. We have our own tent. You won't have to worry about us being wet.
Yeah.
Or Now that the sun's about to start shining.
Where are our guys at King Cadillac? They've had us over there before.
Man.
Now, I know Toyota sponsors the studio. They've never had us over there.
I know. Florence Toyota, you got to step up, baby.
Cale Yarborough, those guys haven't had us over either. I've given them a plug or two.
Yeah.
I expect to hear some things from King. Let's go.
I hear Venus all the time, so they need to have us over.
I don't know. That could be dangerous. We'll be eating pancakes and not eating, not talking.
Half the show would be us asleep.
So there you go.
Because we'd overeat at Venus. All right, 843-407-5812. But getting back to basketball.
Yep.
Like I said, when the Boozer brothers are on, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do with them. And I haven't seen enough of Arizona this season to even try to make a speculation other than the stats I'm reading and, where they're at. I don't know.
You got when the Hurley brothers got fired at Arizona State.
Yeah, saw that. Not surprising. I mean, that happens.
No, not surprised in the least.
When you've got an Arizona program doing what it has done for these as many years, I mean, it's a blue blood program in basketball. It's going to be hard to beat a little brother.
You know what? There is one coach that is retained so far that I'm actually surprised hasn't been fired yet, and it's not Lamont Paris. It's Jeff Capel of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I had him dead to rights as soon as his season was over. Pittsburgh has been horrible. There's been, I think, 3 firings in the ACC this year. Obviously, if you are the 2 teams that don't make the ACC tournament, you're going to fire your coach. Unfortunately, that's bad news for former College of Charleston head coach Earl Grant.
Yeah.
Who was fired from Boston College. Damon Stoudemire was fired from Georgia Tech. Syracuse fired their coach.
Was disappointed to hear about Stoudemire. I was really hoping he would be able to do something with that.
But when you miss the ACC tournament.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I was hoping he would perform well, because of his prior NBA experience.
And what I don't get is that town, specifically Atlanta. I don't even think you have to walk more than 8 blocks to build a national championship team.
I don't either. You got heavy recruiting all right around that metro area.
Yeah. So, and I've never understood why Georgia Tech has always kind of been meh.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And I mean, like you could be running the ACC.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
They were still pretty good. Had a lot of guys come out of there, some former future NBA and future coaches.
NFL guys came out of there too.
Right.
The whole thing is, and I get it, and I get why the football team was meh, because you went with a guy for so many years who still thought the triple option was a thing in college football. But I've never understood why Georgia Tech is just so mediocre.
Well, looking at some of the rankings right now, I tell you, you start looking at streaks and what teams are doing. I mean, it's impressive. Duke's on a 12-game winning streak.
Duke's on a heater.
But there's one team that's got a better heater than they have.
Ooh.
Florida.
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
Winners of 12.
Florida, I don't know what it was, but it was about mid-season. It's like they got smacked in the face.
And it clicked.
Yeah. And, hey, by the way, y'all won the national championship last year, right?
Right. And they're behind Arizona's at winners of 8. Michigan at 5 and Houston at 5, which I like Houston too. But Houston always seems to have everything they need to get there.
And then
arrive and they realize they left their luggage,
It's almost
they don't show up.
It's almost like David Thompson put a curse on them.
Yeah, maybe
in 1983.
He could have.
It's just, I mean, how do you have Olajuwon and Drexler not win the national championship?
Yeah,
I mean, for crying out loud, it's just so weird. I don't think Houston will be a 1 seed.
No,
but I do agree with you. I think right now, if Houston is put in as a 2 seed, I don't want to be the 1 seed in that region.
No, definitely not.
Unless I'm Arizona. Of course, we'll find out today. Somebody tries to call me. We'll find out today in the final of the Big 12, which,
See, but then
there's something we could talk about.
There's always different seasons, that where there seems to be more parity and things are a little bit more mixed up. So right now, take comfort in knowing your top 5, maybe 6 will be the names you'll see at the end of the tournament. That's a given. I don't think anything's going to change.
I don't think there will be an 11 in the final 4.
No. The rest of it's just going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Your second round will have your big, was it the 2-10 split or whatever it is they call it, in your brackets.
Oh, the 7-10?
7-10 and all that. They'll have you'll have an upset in there with some of the lower ranked teams that make the tournament.
I'll be honest, I was struggling trying to figure out. Now, again, it's all bracketology. I got it. Especially from Joey Brackets.
But stand that mess.
I
don't know how you pay that any attention.
I don't see any 5-12 matchups that I like the 12 on.
Well,
and there's usually 2 every year.
You still don't know because there's got to be a team that's going to be dumped on that deserves to be in the tournament and won't be. So when we figure all that out, just wait till the seasons are actually officially done, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's take a phone call. I bet this is Ronald. Good morning, Ronald.
Oh, good morning.
How are you, man?
How you guys doing?
Oh, we always doing good.
Good. You guys talking basketball? I was just talking to a close friend of mine over in West Columbia, and I guess to get the gist of my call is I want to ask you this question: What is it that South Carolina needs to do to make their men's basketball program a decent program? I won't even say close to the top of the SEC or whatever, because that's a bunch of nonsense. What must they do to make it a decent program?
Oh, I've got the answer to that.
I may have some suggestions, but go ahead.
And this goes for not just basketball. Insert program here, except women's basketball. Give a damn.
Yeah, I basically, MJ, that's what I told him. I said, you got to promote the basketball program. Let's say if you got, I told him, if you had a son that was a top player in this state, all schools around the country looking for him, including South Carolina, they want him.
Mm-hmm.
What could they say to him to convince him that, I'd like to go and play basketball there? There's nothing they could say to sell it.
And that's the problem now. I think you need to go. It's obvious you can't go out and complete a new roster every year. You can't get a new starting 5 every season playing the NIL game. You can't do it. He's going to have to get some sort of landmark signee, somebody that comes in. You can try to find somebody with some experience, but you need a key player. Power forward like a Sindarius Thornwell, like we had back, then.
Yep.
You need to get that one guy that's going to be loyal, that's going to stay, and then you can build and insert the pieces around it using NIL that you need. But you need maybe 1 or 2 of those guys, and you can't tell me that Lamont Paris cannot go out and recruit that 1, maybe 2 guys. You need an A and a B.
That's the whole thing.
And fill in the other 3.
That's the whole thing.
Would you guys agree that there's a big difference between what's expected in college basketball at the University of Kentucky and the University of Arkansas?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Why can't South Carolina at least be as decent as Arkansas? I don't look at Arkansas as a Final Four team or playing for a championship.
No, but you had those years in the 80s, though, where you had a coach that took them and won a national title.
The early 90s under Nolan Richardson.
Nolan Richardson was a genius with them.
But here's the problem. And I'll tell you this much right now. You ain't got Kroger money.
No.
You ain't got Walmart money.
No.
I got you.
That's kind of the whole thing. It's a lot of people don't understand. I think with Kentucky, it is the Kroger guy. I think he went to Kentucky.
Not to mention you're a blue blood.
Yeah, and it's easier because you're Kentucky. I think it's the same problem Clemson has in the ACC.
Yeah.
And that is, and we saw it with Zion Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Duke is going to win. If it is between you and Duke is probably going to win out every single time. But what Brad Brownell learned over time, and I think the same, Lamont needs to learn this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Duke ain't going to get everybody.
Nope.
Kentucky ain't going to get everybody. Arkansas ain't gonna get everybody. You only
There's
have
too many good players around the country.
You only have 18 spots.
Right.
So,
well, see, but doesn't that go back to what I was? Okay, even when Woody made a point about Nolan Richardson winning the title. Well, actually played in, coached in 2 finals, winning one, losing one.
Mm-hmm.
But you would also agree that during that same, after the Nolan Richardson era ended, I mean, even with the Tyson money and all that in Arkansas, there were quite a number of lean years with Arkansas Razorback basketball. It was bad.
Yep, misfires, mishires.
and then you bring in Hunter Yurachek.
Yeah.
Who brings in not Yurachek? Was it Yurachek? Yeah, because Yurachek's there now.
Yeah.
He's the one who brought in Eric Musselman.
Right.
And
it looked like they wanted to. It was like Arkansas basketball was at least worth watching.
See, that's the thing, and that's why I say it's give a damn.
That's right.
Because maybe you don't have a Kroger, maybe you don't have Walmart money, Tyson Foods money, but you got somebody at South Carolina who's willing to do it. I know there's a lot of the people with the money in this state would rather bulldoze the CLA down for another football practice field, but the whole thing is. That's always been my bugaboo about South Carolina. They want to be good at everything, but not elite in anything.
That's true.
That's not the era we live in. Clemson basically said after that 5 in a row to South Carolina, they said, listen, we want to be elite in football. Everything else will take care of itself. And that's the thing. You pick one sport to become elite at, everything else will fall into place.
And I give you an example of another school that was so bad, they were terrible. I mean, before these coaches arrived, they were you didn't hear anything. If you live here in the South, you didn't know anything about their basketball, men or women. But once these coaches arrived, they started winning. They were decent before they became outstanding, and that's the University of Connecticut.
Yes.
Can anybody tell me who was the coach at the University of Connecticut before Jim Calhoun?
No, not right off the top of my head, no.
No, I couldn't either. And can anyone tell me who was the coach at Connecticut women before Gino Auriemma?
Well, yeah, I mean, Connecticut wasn't even on the map before Gino.
Right. But yet they found a way to start winning with Connecticut basketball.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of programs that are like that now. It's like that you unexpectedly. I think you can get. I mean, I think that's the main reason why Ole Miss football now is not okay with me, and that's the thing, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. You can't just be okay with being mid-table,
right?
Because you're never even going to be mid-table when you're just okay with being that.
And my thing is, if you tell me there are more resources for a school in a city like Columbia, South Carolina, as opposed to Storrs, Connecticut.
Well, would you like to hear a better example to make you even sicker on your stomach?
Hey, go for it.
Gonzaga basketball.
Yes.
That's another good one.
Just secured a $10.6 million NIL contract for a 5-star recruit, making it one of the largest deals in NCAA history.
And here's the thing about that.
Gonzaga.
Where's Gonzaga going next year?
To
the Pac.
Yeah.
So
Pac whatever.
Yeah, the Pac. Yeah, the Pac whatever.
And I
like
can
that.
tell you, I've been. Insert number.
Yeah,
they've got to pick a number, but I've been right through that town, right through, right past that campus. It's not overwhelming. It's not huge.
Well,
it's not
what
anything
town is
really.
it located in?
Spokane, I believe, is where it was.
You're right outside of Spokane. Yeah.
Now outside of Spokane.
Yep. Which there's not a lot.
Kind of deal.
You might as well be in Oregon.
But you can't get it in Columbia, South Carolina.
Exactly. Yeah. Spokane is a pretty town. Well, I mean, it really is, but it's not. I don't think it's as big as Columbia. I'd have to look at the population to see.
No, Spokane
it's in the brown part of Washington. It's not in the green part of Washington because you go to the eastern side of the state of Washington. It's pretty much brown desert looking. I mean, it's not green lush like the western end that everybody sees.
Right.
Right.
Nothing there. And $10.6 million for a 5-star recruit.
Well, when Wake Forest has it together, even Wake Forest can be. I mean, look at them in baseball.
Yeah.
Wake Forest has decided, damn the torpedoes in baseball, and every once in a while their basketball team's good, their football team's good. That's Wake Forest, the second smallest school. And that's the second smallest school in Division I.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you win in those places but can't win in Columbia?
Because you take the resources that you're given and you actually do something with them.
Yeah.
And in the case of baseball, they've got like a lab built there for pitching and hitting. And that's all they do. I mean, it uses every type of the latest computerized modeling, statistical analysis, what works for each player based on – they have an entire laboratory built around their players. And they develop not only pitching angles and arms, but they develop hitters the same way.
And juxtapose that with the accusation, because I don't really believe it, but it was a big story in the offseason last year, the accusation that Paul Maneri was laughing off something as small as Statman.
Yeah, their data analysis and all that.
Yeah.
Is Paul Manera still leaning on his title that he won at LSU some number of years ago?
He's leaning on the fact he was friends with the former AD. I'd wager this is his last season if he stinks it up, and he's well on his way.
I think you're going to start seeing Donati clean house next year.
You'll have to. If Lamont doesn't clean up, he's going to be gone. I mean, the translation in that letter I read earlier to me was pretty clear. You got a year. We're going to give you a little more money in NIL to spend. I don't think that's a solution if you're not spending it wisely. It doesn't matter. I give you $1 million or $20. If you don't know how to spend the money, one's worthless.
What is saving his job look like to Lamont Paris? Wow. I'm legitimately asking the question.
And $12 million in a buyout this year is probably what kept him employed.
So what looks like saving his job next year?
Well,
does he have to at least make the tournament?
I would think you would probably have to make the tournament.
So NIT is not good enough.
No.
And how much of the roster will you have to turn over because the teams? We all know it's stating the obvious that it's not good. It hasn't been good the last 2 years. What do you do? In other words, I guess the better question is, who do you bring back on this roster, or do you bring anybody back?
The Lithuanian kid I thought was pretty good.
Michi's
Michi's done.
Yeah,
should be
Michi's
done.
out of.
He's done.
So you're starting all over again. Again, you can't keep replacing 5 players a season, 5 starters with new guys.
Yeah, you'll probably have
can't do
Scott.
it.
You'll probably have Scott come back, but there's not a lot of guys I would keep on this team.
No,
because there's not a lot of guys that. Let me just say this about Lamont Paris. I'm going to say this as nice as possible about Lamont.
Sure.
I would love for him to be the head coach at Winthrop.
Yep.
That is the most insulting compliment I can give. And I've said that for 13 years about Brad Brownell. I would love for him to be the head coach at Winthrop. And that means, for those of you who are the uninitiated in this audience, that means I think you're a great X's and O's guy, but you can't recruit worth a bleep.
I guess you just know your role. Where you find the most success as a coach. If it's not in the power conferences, I mean, to me, it's all right if you can be an outstanding coach on a lower level. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just when you're a Power 4 coach, and I'm saying you would be great as a head coach at Winthrop. I'm not using that as a compliment.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
But sometimes we see those teams like that. Some of those teams on that level make make the NCAA tournament, or at least be in the conversation for the tournament.
High Point. You know what? There's another school that we need to talk about when it comes to, if you want me to prove my point right, High Point University. The guy who runs that school, the president of that school, is a multi-billionaire. He takes money out of his own pocket, builds 2 basketball arenas.
Wow.
Within 5 years. I think he renovated the football stadium out of his own pocket. And you know what High Point does? wins everything in the Big South.
Yeah.
How about that? That's
and,
awesome.
And you think about that, Coach. He's only in, his second year,
Second year, and I watched him kick our butt.
With players you may or may not have heard of, or they've gotten transfers. I think they've got one leading player is a transfer from Kentucky or somewhere that's playing well for them.
And you want to know what the funny thing about that is?
Sure.
When it comes to High Point, I'm not 100% sure those players go to another level. Because they can go toe-to-toe with a lot of Power 4 teams. I'm not even joking when I say this. They can go toe-to-toe with a lot of Power 4 teams when it comes to NIL.
It'll be interesting to see what they do in the tournament because they'll be there, obviously.
There's
a
Big
team,
South champions.
that's a team I want to watch, for the first round or two. Just see what they do.
Some of those players that are not viewed as power conference players or certainly not viewed as being future NBA players, with the success that they would have in college would parlay into some other means of success in their lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I say it all the time to the kids that do talk, because I typically don't like to talk to the kids about who's recruiting you. I hate that. There's a lot of pressure on those kids to make a decision.
Yeah.
It's life-changing. But the thing is, whether you're at the Florence Darlington Tech level playing baseball for the Jackets or the Stingers or whatever they're called, or you're playing at LSU, that experience in college to play sports at the next level is life-changing, period.
Yeah.
I don't care what level you're playing at. It is life-changing. But the thing that gets me is I just threw up a thing on the line looking at the top college basketball head coaching prospects for this season.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see Richie. You didn't see this coach at High Point. I think either one of those coaches would make an excellent Bob Richie or and I forgot the guy's name at High Point, but he's only in his second year there.
Yeah, he ain't moving for a little bit.
I think he's excellent. He seems to run a fantastic program, but yet they'll throw out names like Drew Valentine from Loyola.
Flynn Clayman, by the way, is his name.
Flynn Clayman seems to be a good guy. Really, his wife is a assistant coach on the women's basketball team there at High Point.
Yes.
Gerard Calhoun at Utah State, Travis Steele from Miami of Ohio. We just saw their run. And John Gross he said there's a leading candidate to consider for the Cincinnati job. None of these guys are anybody I know.
By the way,
I think Bob Richie would be a great hire at South Carolina, but they'll never give him the job.
No. Although Bob Richie may go to Georgia Tech.
And you wouldn't give Bob Richie the job, but you give it to Lamar Harris about 4 years ago.
Yeah, from the same level school.
All because of UT Chattanooga team hit a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
3-pointer to get to the NCAA tournament.
So Flynn Clayman replaced Alan Huss, who is at Creighton right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how good High Point is right now. See, and that's the thing about High Point. They don't have to worry about what I have to worry about. Because since Winthrop made the Big South final this year, I'm going to have to watch my point guard go to NC State. The center is probably going to go to South Carolina.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. They'll pick those guys off left and right.
Yeah.
Is it sure he wants to go to South Carolina?
He'll definitely make more money at South Carolina because Winthrop ain't got no money. I can tell you that much. And but if you're putting Winthrop but I think you got it turned around, Ronald. If you're picking up players from Winthrop, and with all love and respect to my team, you don't have a DJ Burns on that team but once every 15 years.
I get you. I understand. I get you. I see where you're going.
Yeah. And like I said, he's got the same problem Brad Brownell does or did. He's a great X's and O's guy, Lamont is.
Matt, I heard you a little bit. You and Alan talking yesterday about not yesterday, it was Thursday.
Yeah.
About Duke, and I said that Duke played so bad against a Florida State team that was not very good. Say, I don't know, Duke may be in trouble against Clemson. Well, they beat Clemson.
That's the worst thing that could happen to the rest of college basketball. Florida State woke Duke up. No, let me rephrase that. Florida State woke the Boozer brothers up.
They did.
And I'm telling you right now, if those two kids are on at the same time, they're invincible, man. You ain't stopping them.
Nope. And they were questioning the Duke point guard situation and all that. But what does it matter? They're playing for the ACC championship now.
Yeah. Them in Virginia tonight.
And for whatever high seed they'll get in the tournament. You know, in the
They'll
NCAA.
they may be the one overall.
Number one overall. And by the way, didn't Furman make the NCAA tournament this year?
They did. They did. Furman's back in the NCAA tournament. They won the SoCon.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, Columbia. Come on. I mean, you can't even do that. You can't even do what Furman did.
I mean, look at it this way. The guy who is currently probably going to be the odds-on favorite to be the first coach fired in the ACC next year has won more conference championships in the state of South Carolina than the Gamecocks have.
Yep.
There's no excuse when you're in a situation like what University of South Carolina is in Columbia. I don't even know if I want to call them USC because I don't think they deserve it right now. But you're in you're not in a place like New York City or Los Angeles or whatever, but you're in a big enough place here in this state where you could at the very least, I know I mentioned Arkansas earlier, but you could at least do what Furman did.
Well, this is the thing. This is the other thing that really angers me about South Carolina. Atlanta's 3 hours away.
Yep.
Charlotte is 90 minutes away.
How about that?
Maybe 2 to 3 hours depending on traffic. But you have two major metropolitan areas. You are smack in the middle of, and you still go out and you still recruit mid-majors.
That makes absolutely no sense. I mean, you could have both Georgia and Georgia Tech both do well in basketball. You could conceivably have what you see in those North Carolina schools, like with Duke and North Carolina, what they do. You could conceivably get all that going, and there's so much talent in that Charlotte area, in that Atlanta area, where you could still get quality talent to come and help you win there. You don't do it.
Think about this. The 49ers have a better chance of winning their conference. They're still in their conference tournament.
See, all that there's no excuse. I mean, typically they can make all the excuses they want at University of South Carolina, but when you're telling me that Dawn Staley, now we knew who she was, as an Olympian and everything else she did, but when she saw that her program was becoming a pretty good team, she had them travel around the country, go different places and play, and it kept growing, and it continued to grow to where it is today.
And, again, that's what happens when you actually care. I think that's the problem at South Carolina is that it was allowed to rot. And I'm not going to blame all of it on Ray Tanner.
No.
Do I think Ray was out of his depth? Yes.
Even I thought Ray Tanner was in his wheelhouse when he was coaching baseball, but certainly wasn't very good as an AD.
All I can say is there's a thing in sales where, and Woody, you know this very well too, being in sales, sometimes your best salesman makes the worst sales manager.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
And I think that's what happened at South Carolina. Your best coach made the worst AD.
No question. There's no question about it. It's not always the end all be all to take a guy someone that's been an outstanding coach and make them an AD.
Yeah, and those days are over too, by the way, y'all.
Yeah,
where the coach can go win 3 national championships and then go settle down as the AD. That ain't happening no more because you need a. And you know what? Here's the funny thing. I'll say this about Ray Tanner. If this was 2000, 2001, he probably would make a good AD. But
but times have changed, right?
This is 2026. I mean, this is where you have to bring in an accountant. You have to have a Neff. You have to have a Radakovich down in Miami. That's who you have to have leading your program now.
Yep. And my thing is when you look at, especially when you look at Gamecock baseball, my thing is from Mark Kingston to Paul Maneri right now. I look back if you're a Gamecock fan, look back and say, well, don't have to look at Ray Tanner. Look at Chad Holbrook.
Yeah.
and say, well, would Chad Holbrook been to be a better situation at South Carolina than what you've seen from Kingston and what you see with Paul Maneri thus far?
And I think if I remember right, College of Charleston was predicted to win the CAA this year.
How about it?
It's the CAA, I know, but I mean, it's better than where they had South Carolina predicted in the SEC.
How about that? Yep. That's to me, it's just inexcusable. I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of people like Woody. You're a Gamecock fan. The other Gamecock fans out there listening. I want to see you. I want to see a happy fan base. I'm not you all know I'm not a Gamecock or Tiger fan, but
right.
I want to see happy fan bases. I mean, people enjoy watching sports and pay the money that they do. I want to see folks enjoy themselves and get some thrill out of going to pay their money to come back home and say, it was worth going. But when you're spending your money for a program let's just call it what it is, it just downright suck. I mean, that people work too hard for their money.
Mm-hmm. Especially with what you're doing now with Williams-Brice Stadium.
Yeah, that's right.
And by the way, it's not a good look to sue your fans.
That's right. Wow.
I'm just saying.
That's just,
but that ain't nothing but nothing. Go ahead.
Just as a point of reference, too, just looking at some of this, we're talking about this state and recruiting, up the street.
Mm-hmm.
There are about 130 to 150 NCAA Division I men's basketball players right now from the state of South Carolina. You know how many South Carolina native-born players we have on the team at University of South Carolina?
How many?
2.
If that's less than Coastal.
Now, you can put 130 to 150 in Division I NCAA teams. You can't tell me and that's from one state. That's not from even going to Atlanta. That's not going to.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's shutting your borders.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
But that's the whole thing, ain't it?
Yet you want the fans. You want the fans to donate and spend the money they do and come and what?
Well, because
it's just flush their money down the toilet.
It's not about the program. It's about how many hot dogs we sell, how many beers you buy, how much souvenirs you get, the hotels you book, restaurants you eat at before and after the game. That's all they care about. It is not about the product.
They can go somewhere else to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, the drive-through combo at Bojangles.
But think about it this way, and I know we got to take a break, but
okay, sure thing. Absolutely.
If the 3 schools in this state, the 3 Division I schools, well, major Division I schools in this state, would shut the borders down, all 3 of them could easily go on big runs in the tournament.
Sure.
Easily.
Someone that knew what they're doing.
Yes.
You couldn't tell me you couldn't field a really good team out of 130 to 150 players available to cut from between 2 major universities.
And Coastal Carolina.
And even Coastal. Throw them in too.
And you could probably, you could probably have 4 or 5 teams from this state.
But I can count multiple championships in Storrs, Connecticut with men and women's basketball.
Yes. And some of them rosters less talented than Clemson or South Carolina.
Exactly. Come on.
Ronald, we got to definitely.
But you guys be blessed, and always a pleasure talking with you.
You too, buddy.
Absolutely,
Take
Ronald.
care.
Thank you,
sir. All right, 843-475-812. Back in a minute.
We all count on our smartphones in so many ways these days, from keeping in touch with our friends and family to finding our way around town. With FTC as your wireless provider, you'll enjoy the area's best coverage and fastest data speeds, great plan choices for every budget, and a stellar selection of phones and tablets from Apple, Samsung, and Google. Because at FTC, we get you and your wireless needs. To learn more, visit ftcwireless.com or call 888-218-5050.
When you take the family on a vacation getaway, the last thing you need is a problem with your car. Bring it into Tim's Auto Pro before you go. Their certified technicians can repair your air conditioner, heater, and brakes for a cool and safe trip. Tim's Auto Pro will also replace those worn-out tires and do that front-end work you've been putting off. Bring your car, truck, or van into Tim's Auto Pro. From preventative maintenance to full auto repair, the only place you need to know is Tim's Auto Pro, 2685 Peach Orchard Road in Dalzell. Online at timsautopro.com.
Lighthouse Ministries' 26th annual barbecue is Monday, March 16th through Friday, March 20th at Holt Brothers Barbecue in Florence. This week-long signature event helps raise funds to help Florence County families who are struggling to meet their basic needs. Sponsorships and tickets are on sale now at lighthouseflorence.org/events. Barbecue plates are $12. Then starting Monday, March 16th, stop by Holt Brothers Barbecue in Florence and pick up, drive-through, or dine in and enjoy. For more information or tickets, go to lighthouseflorence.org/events.
Community Broadcasters is proud to be your local radio source. However, we're more than just a voice of the airwaves. We're a one-stop shop for total advertising solutions.
Yes, we broadcast your message to loyal listeners, but we also take your brand beyond the dial. Want to reach people where they scroll, stream, and surf? We've got you covered.
Digital ads? Absolutely. Social marketing? You bet. Streaming platforms, targeted campaigns, real-time metrics. That too. Whether you're reaching across town or across the world, we can help place your message directly in front of your ideal audience.
With passion, impact, and results. So why settle for less when you can amplify your message everywhere? Let community broadcasters help you broadcast bigger and advertise smarter.
It's your voice, your reach, one platform with endless possibilities. Email us at communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. That's communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. Or call us at 843-678-9393. We're Community Broadcasters. It's more than just a catchy name.
Hold on tight, Sumter. The BC Society and Community Broadcasters proudly present the 29th Annual Black Cowboy Rodeo. Save the date, May 23rd, and get ready for a day filled with thrilling rodeo action. Only at Greenfield Farms, 4585 Spencer Road in Rembert.
Hey, this is Mary Gail Zach. At Mr. Sparky, professionalism isn't an add-on. It's the standard. Clean vans, clean uniforms, electricians who respect your home, and clean up when the job's done. When we leave, the only thing different is that your electrical problem is fixed. Call us, Mr. Sparky, or book online. We'll be right over.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nothing says tradition like your hometown Piggly Wiggly. Take it from the pig. When it comes to value and freshness, you can't beat Piggly Wiggly. They've been bringing home the bacon for millions of American families for over 100 years. Today, they're one of the best-known and best-loved brands in America. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly today and take home the freshest meats, vegetables, and produce, along with great deals on all your favorite brands. Each week, the pig features new specials, perfect for your tailgating parties and family mealtime.
Jones Chevrolet has been proudly serving Sumter since 1966. Longevity like that matters, and the Jones family name matters. Jones Chevrolet knows your new Chevrolet is an important investment, so that's why Jones Chevrolet offers their exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile powertrain warranty at no additional cost to you on most new Chevrolets purchased at Jones. Now that's peace of mind. Whether you're looking for a new Chevrolet, pre-owned vehicle, service, or parts and accessories, you can trust Jones Chevrolet to serve you with all your automotive needs. Shop online at joneschevy.com, where you can always get more car for less money, guaranteed. Together, let's drive. See dealer for complete warranty details.
Hello, everybody. I am Donnie Daniel with Daniel Wealth Management. In a world of constant change and evolving market, finding a partner you can trust is crucial for financial success. At Daniel Wealth Management, we understand the importance of growth, not just for your investment, but for your future and your legacy you'll leave behind. Our team of experts are dedicated to providing personalized strategies that align with your goals, whether you're planning for retirement, saving for a home, or investing for your children's education. With our tailored approach, we'll help you navigate the complexities of your portfolio and make informed decisions that drive your success. Time is your most valuable asset, and we're here to help you make the most of it. Let us be your guide on the path to financial growth and stability. Visit us at Daniel Wealth Management on Broad Street in Sumter, South Carolina, or call us at 803-774-3121 and schedule an appointment to start your journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Daniel Wealth Management, your partner in growth, your partner in success.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Azaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC.
Pause up, PD. Not only is the push for the playoffs alive for your PD Ice Cats, but so is the push for the FPHL single season attendance record, and we can't do it without you. Join us as your Ice Cats host the Columbus River Dragons tonight at 7:15 p.m. and Sunday at 3:15 p.m. Tickets are on sale now through the Florence Center box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. For schedule and team information, go to pdprohockey.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in years? That's why it's so easy to contact a local Automotives agent make insurance buying easy. That's simple human sense. Give me, Terry Richburg, a call at 803-775-1168 and ask if auto owners make sense for you.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
WOLH Florence and WDXY Sumter. It's game day in the Carolinas.
It's game day in the Carolinas. Matt Woody Chandler with you here, 843-407-5812. 843-407-5812. And Woody, this one comes straight from the, no duh. Files.
Before we jump into that, though, we want to say we would normally have Coach Graham on from the Ice Cats, but they had some things going on, team photos and all kind of other stuff today, and we didn't want to inconvenience them any more than we have to on game day, but we'll talk about them in a minute.
We can't get Coach Graham to mess up the do, man.
Well, no, I don't want that to happen for sure, but either way.
It's pictured. Was that the thing about school pictures? It's like, you wanted to look like you didn't even want the wind to rustle your hair that day.
I don't want to talk about it because they always would pull us in for our school pictures after I'd had PE.
Yeah, that's
it was a train wreck by the time I got to take my picture.
It was always after like the wind had messed up your hair or you sneezed.
Which I'm gonna be honest, it had taken a lot to fix my school pictures as a kid. Other than a paper bag, that'd have been about the only thing.
But okay. So here it comes from the, no duh. The College Sports Commission apparently has had such an increase in third-party deals, they can't handle it. Really?
That's surprising. I'm so amazed. Anybody would want to drop money into a college player's pocket. Amazed.
You know what I need right now? I need that Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
No duh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Brian Steely delivered an update on the CSC's progress over the last 2 months. While he was bullish about the new agency's ability to analyze deals quickly, he said the influx of third-party deals that help schools blow past their $20.5 million salary cap they're allowed to pay players directly has led to increased review times. I didn't even know they were reviewing them, to be honest with you.
It doesn't feel like they are. I mean, there's one announced every 15 minutes. There's a new deal with this player or that player. So how do you have that kind of time to review a deal?
So the CSC says that the number of deals has increased by 65% in the last 2 months. How many people do you have looking at those deals, first of all?
65%.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure all of them are legit, too.
Oh, of course.
None of them are pools of money from the schools themselves. None of that.
Or well-heeled boosters that just that are skirting the rules. No. I just oh man. I have to read this quote because this may be the dumbest quote I've ever heard. I read some of the same things you read. I see the same public comments in the media, and I talk to schools, Seeley said. And I do get the sense that some schools had the belief that the settlement, as implemented, had not sort of matched what they were expected. I think that's a fair thing to say. In other shocking news, everything that water touches becomes wet.
Yes. Grass is green.
Grass is green.
Oh.
And as far as we know, the sky is blue. I mean, what were you expecting?
This seems like almost like a preemptive story, because there's going to be something that comes out where they screwed up. or where something got through that they didn't expect, and they're going ahead and they're covering. They've got their cover out now. Well, we increased 65%. What did you expect us to be able to do?
Yeah.
That's what this feels like.
No, you're absolutely right.
Something big is going to break in the next month or two about somebody getting some illicit money somewhere, and they're going to say, we were swamped.
You know what? I think the story's already out there. I think this is to get ahead of all the gambling.
It could be. It could very well be.
I don't think we put that in perspective enough. That this is gambling money.
I mean, why would they go ahead and openly admit, yeah, we're stinking it up? Unless you're not trying to set up some form of cover.
And the fact that the backup punters are now in the NIL draft, are now in. That's kind of what it feels like. The transfer portal. There's so many things now. And on a related note, on Thursday, Governor McMaster vetoed. Yes, folks, this is germane to the topic. Vetoed a bill that would have kept all the NIL money or NIL contracts secret.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't
I'd
either.
veto that. I'd like to know who sponsored that.
Everybody in the House and Senate, with how fast it got. They said that bill went from committee to on the governor's desk in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got the wrong people elected if that's the case.
Now, not to
Which
turn
is an
this
understatement.
I was about to say, now not to turn this into Wake Up Carolinas.
Yeah.
But I'm going to turn into Wake Up Carolinas for a second. Have you ever seen anything in this state pass that fast?
No.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And now we want to keep all those NIL deals silent.
By the way, these are the same people that want to run the high school league.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
Oh, what a show it's been. I mean,
yeah, we need to maybe just keep a back eye on that.
As the kids say, we'll put a pin in it.
Put a pin in that and watch it. Let's see what the big news that comes out in the next couple of months. Is there a big breakup or bust or revelation that somehow somebody's been getting money funneled to them? And we know they're getting money funneled to them anyway.
Yes.
But it's coming.
Yeah, it is. And real quick, I want to get to this because I don't think either one of us has it for the Idiot of the Week, but it probably should be. That's the Big 12.
Oh, yeah. I was just looking at a beautiful image of that.
Here's the thing, right? They go back to the hardwood floor last night. The floor looks worse.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That gray
is awful. Big 12, get rid of that darn gray.
Just go back to try some unique designs on the hardwood, or whatever it is, linoleum or whatever it is you're playing on.
If you can change the configuration of the court from, let's be honest, I know I'm oversimplifying it, but from playing on a bunch of LED TVs, to the hardwood overnight, you could reconfigure that floor overnight.
Well, they seem to be surprised that there was any slippage, with these players. That was what's so crazy about it. They seem to be put off by the fact, what do you mean you got no grip? What do you mean you tore your knee? I mean,
well,
what do you mean?
See, and this is the funny thing, right? The women's tournament was last week.
Yeah.
Every press conference, the coaches and the players were ripping the floor.
Yeah. They didn't listen, apparently.
No, they didn't listen. You know what it took? It took a potential top 10 NBA draft pick to injure his groin.
Yeah.
For them to go, this isn't a great idea.
Not to mention, what you did with it was hideous. It would be different if it even looked cool. I mean, the only cool thing I think I remember seeing in that whole match was the guy dunks a basketball and it made like a lightning kind of thing, a lightning strike in the lane. Or glass would break in the lane.
And I'm sitting there.
And that was kind of cool.
You're showing us the razzle dazzle. You're showing us all the great ways. Hey, look how we can configure the court with an iPad and things like that. And I'm sitting there going, this is what you put out? Now, I get you can't do all the flashing little fun things while they're playing because one player did say he got a migraine from the court.
How many times have you been to a game? And, it's Florence Center is a good example.
Yeah.
They just got that new, big, beautiful Jumbotron, and it's amazing. It's awesome to have that for the hockey games and anything else they intend to do. But even that, with the newness of it, people are still learning to operate it. There's still some glitches. Things happen. There are gremlins in the system. They're going to flash. Imagine dribbling that basketball down the court and going to make a move, and all of a sudden that thing starts blinking underneath you.
Or even worse, the internet goes out.
Yeah.
And it just...
I mean, imagine that. And you're playing... You're just messing with the game because somebody wants to carry it too far. But I just can't imagine... Why did they not think something as slick as the surface of an LED screen would not be a problem for players and grip? Yeah. That's, the first thing out there you think about.
Here's what you're going to have. You're going to have the defenders that are going to come out and say, well, it was 2 years ago, the NBA All-Star Game used it. That's the NBA All-Star Game, and that's a bunch of professionals going at 50%. Yeah. They weren't even going full speed.
No, not even trying, really.
No, it's an exhibition game. It's different than a tournament where the guys are going at full speed and they're basically, let's just be honest, playing on ice. Because that's basically what you got, is they're playing on ice. And you can't do that. And I am surprised that nobody tore an ACL.
Yeah. Groin's bad enough.
Groin is bad enough. You saw it.
That's a painful thing.
If you saw that kid from Texas Tech go down,
you knew.
Yeah, you were. and you are of the male persuasion. You were holding certain parts.
Yeah.
But, I just stop messing with the floor.
It was just hideous. Again, it was not like it was anything. If it had been remotely cool or redeeming, that'd been the one redeeming feature about it. But that ugly gray design and all they came back with was terrible.
And what made it even look worse, and I'll say this right now, this is what made it look amateur hour, is when they hit a three. I don't know if you saw it or not, but when they hit a three, the arc would light up.
No, I didn't see that.
It would light up for like 2 seconds. And I'm just like, really? That's what you're razzling and dazzling us with? You can't put like a big flashy three on that side?
It's just drab gray and dark gray lines.
Have Dale Earnhardt drive by or something like that. Come on, man.
Well, that's if you're going to put people in charge of decorating a floor, you need to get the artists in charge of decorating a NASCAR. Those guys that come up with those designs.
I'm all for
they
that.
They need to do the floor. That'd be awesome. They're going to have that on the next NASCAR track. That'll be the next thing they try. Yeah. LED track.
So
it's going to light up when they come by.
Don't give them ideas.
Throw imaginary obstacles out there. Deer.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
That'd be funny.
The big one at Talladega was started by somebody who put a
pothole. Big pothole. Be like driving in real life conditions.
That's what we need, like a big deer.
Baby carriage rolls off the curb, in the NASCAR race. That's what they need. It could be like a game of Frogger. And you're playing NASCAR.
We have to do that at Talladega. Because that's how we're going to trigger the big one at Talladega.
Why not? I'm telling you. It makes as much sense as to what the Big 12 did. It was terrible.
Listen, those things are great for exhibition games, maybe if you want to use them in practice. But that's the other thing. You have spent October to March playing on hardwood. And then all of a sudden you got to transfer to whatever that, I know it's
TV screens.
Yeah, to TV screens. I'm like, what's next? Are we going to play on trampoline? No, I'm not going to give the NCAA
First time
idea.
you see basketball players using pine tar, like the baseball players, on the bottoms of their shoes.
Yeah. Larry Bird hadn't do nothing that.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
And to think how much time and money went into planning that, to have no more than that.
Because they ain't cheap. This floor
that's not cheap.
It's a company in Orlando, and I watched them, and they said, yeah, all the NBA teams now have this as a practice floor. And I'm thinking to myself, practice, where they're standing still half the time just shooting the ball. They don't play games on the floor. And
well, that tells you something right there. If it's such a great idea, why is it just on a practice floor? Why aren't they doing it in the actual arenas?
Well, see, that's my whole thing. And I take your question a step further. If it's such a great idea, Why aren't the pros playing on it every night?
Yeah, why not? It makes more sense for them to be because they depend on a lot more advertising.
Right. And they'd kill to you're right. They'd kill to have that because they'd have advertising all over the.
I mean, you think you could make it.
It looked like a European hockey game.
Game and a movie night. You could have a movie on the middle of that thing going. Pick a movie. And then have a basketball game.
Cars too.
Yeah, while they're playing basketball, you got a movie going on. Why not?
LeBron's going for 50 and Space Jam starts. I mean,
get a twofer, Why not throw, I don't know. You just pick a stupid movie to watch,
Air Bud.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a neat idea, but it's not flashy. It's not really cool. It wasn't a lot of fun. It was just pretty ugly all the way around.
It was ugly.
And it endangered players.
And so it is definitely not ready for prime time yet.
No.
It is definitely not ready there. But, 15 years from now, that'll be every court.
Oh, it'll be. I'd be willing to bet you it'll be almost every other court in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Once they perfect the grippage on it, it'll be back.
Or, what'll happen? The company will announce they're working with Nike for a new shoe that specifically plays for that floor. Like you have certain cleats.
Yeah.
You're going to end up having certain shoes. Oh, we're playing on the TV floor tonight, guys. Get the shoes with the extra grip.
Well, the only thing that'd be cool about it is like in the NBA.
Yeah.
I would use it. If they would let me run that, I would sit there with the iPad, and every time LeBron flops, I draw a big red circle and write flop with an arrow.
No, I got an even better one. Get that crime outline chalk.
Exactly. Flop. And put an arrow to him. Faker.
Hey, Carolina, are you a boneless lover? Or do you like flats and drums? Whether it's game day, date night, party night, or good old family night, SC House of Wings has you covered with over 20 delicious flavors to choose from. From sweet red chili, honey barbecue, mambo, Carolina Reaper, garlic parmesan, buffalo, Jamaican jerk, Uncle Albert's, lemon pepper, and more. Have you tried our smoked turkey wing bites? Fried corn, crab rice, or the chicken bog? Order online at scHouseofWings.com. And for delivery, use DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats. SC House of Wings, Carolina's #1 wing spot. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy. But now you're on hold listening to this music while you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense. Call me, Brittany Tyndall, at CRW Insurance, 803-775-1168.
In the heart of South Carolina, where the spirit of celebration thrives, there's a place unlike any other. Mickey Finn's your one-stop party destination. With 3 locations, Cashua Drive, Pamplico Highway, and their huge beverage warehouse on Dr. Johnny Bruce Road next to Buc-ee's. Step into a world of endless possibilities, where the shelves are filled with the largest selection of beer, wine, and liquor. Each bottle carrying its own story of flavor and enjoyment. Sign up today for Mickey Finn's customer rewards. Mickey Finn says, we drink all we can and sell the rest.
Are you tired of hearing strange noises coming from your car? Do you need to get your vehicle serviced but don't have time to do it yourself? Look no further than Tim's Auto Pro. Their highly skilled, certified technicians have years of experience and are equipped with the latest tools to get your car running like new again. They offer a variety of services, from routine maintenance to major repairs, at competitive prices. Don't let car problems stress you out any longer. Tim's Auto Pro, the only place to go. 2685 Peach Orchard Road in Dazzell, or online at timsautopro.com.
Florence, get ready to cheer, scream, and be amazed as massive Monster Jam trucks take over the Florence Center April 11th and 12th. It's a weekend packed with amazing stunts and awesome trucks, and you could win a VIP experience. Scan the QR code at participating refuel stores for a chance at 4 tickets, 4 pit party passes, and official Monster Jam merchandise. Don't miss the mechanical beasts competing against each other in the ultimate monster truck race. Monster Jam, April 11th and 12th at the Florence Center. Fueled by refuel stores, Pepsi, and this community broadcaster station.
New year, new deals at High Point Furniture. It's a store-wide furniture sale, and everything is priced to move. Sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms. Never before seen low prices on the styles you love. Shop 2 great locations, 1916 West Evans Street in Florence and 873 Broad Street in Sumter. Hey, don't wait. Refresh your home with great brand names for less and start the year in comfort and style. High Point Furniture, where New Year's savings begin.
Running for public office isn't just about politics. It's about people. It's about standing up for your community and what you believe is right. To make a difference, people need to hear your story. At Community Broadcasters, we help you connect with the voters who matter most. Real voices, real conversations. Let the professionals handle your advertising so you can focus on serving. Call Community Broadcasters at 843-678-9393 today. Your voice deserves to be heard.
They're like Elon Musk. Well, they're human. Game day in the Carolinas.
It's game day in the Carolinas. Matt Woody Chandler back with you here. Pop music.
So many decisions for our upcoming segment. I don't know who to choose from.
I keep forgetting that the mouse is dead and I can't do anything about it right now. Yeah, there is a ton. I mean, we could go to bracketology. We can go keep screaming about NIL and the transfer portal.
Well, that's an argument or discussion we can have any day of the week, every day of the week. I don't know if there's anything else coming up.
We should mention Ice Cats won last night.
They did win last night. It was a good game. That final was, I think, 5-3.
Yep.
Enjoyed it, had a good time. The guys put on a great show. Thought a couple players were playing maybe a little slow last night. It took them a few minutes to warm up. Had a pretty good fight there toward the end. Even some controversy with a player and a fan, and
wow.
Even potentially, I think a player was supposedly going after an off-ice official, but I know there was definitely some jawing back and forth with one of the fans. So, not a good look.
That.
But yeah, 5-3 was the final. They had 41 shots on goal by the Ice Cats last night to 21 by Columbus. And I'm going to tell you, it got a little closer there toward the end of the game because Columbus really played hard in that third period to come back. But, I mean, before, the number of shots on goal were pathetic. They only had like 8 or 10 shots on goal.
This is something, hopefully, for next week when we get the Ice Cats back on for a few minutes, with whatever little bit we can hear from that, because we are at Darlington next week, by the way.
Yes, we are. We didn't talk about that. I'll be trackside.
Yeah, we'll be trackside. Coming up next week. How much do you think teams that already clinched a playoff spot, how hard do you think they're going? I mean, I think Columbus probably
they're still playing hard. Columbus hadn't clinched a spot, but they're the top 2 teams above them are still playing hard.
Yeah.
As evidenced by, the trip to Athens this past week for that makeup game. Athens played hard.
And it's also the fact, you still have playoff positioning.
Yep.
But this could, actually, I think we'll probably end up playing Monroe or Athens in the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, I'm just hoping, I don't know if you want to, we talked about that earlier off the air about how fortunate it is. Yes, you're playing the harder end of the schedule compared to other teams. And but these teams you're facing right now, you're getting some good practice in on. You're getting good intel on them because you'll probably play them in the first round.
I think the part of me that just wants to make the playoffs would rather have the easy schedule, get the easy wins. But the coach in me would love to play all these teams. Would love to play Monroe, would love to play Athens, would love to play Twin Cities over and over and over again. So you know how these guys are.
Yeah.
You have great play. You've practiced basically you can use games for practice in the playoffs. So it is kind of a catch-22.
Yeah, I think they came out last night playing hard. The Ice Cats did. And it'll be a good game tonight. It'll be another hard-fought game, I think.
It will. It will.
For a while there, I think some people left early from that game because it just looked like it was going to be a washout. It was like 5-1.
Never leave a game early.
And they left early, and next thing you know, it's 5-3. You're like, wait a minute.
Never leave a hockey game early.
Hold on, guys.
I've seen some weird things.
Yeah. And just a note, I thought he took a little bit of a cheap hit last night, but Patrick Patrick Marcinkiewicz was checked pretty hard during that third period, went down on the ice afterward. And when he came off the ice, he finally got up. You could tell he was visibly in pain on the ice. And when he got up, he went right off the ice, into the locker room. He was favoring that left shoulder. It was just hanging. He was just kind of letting it hang. And so I don't think we'll see him tonight.
Is it him or his brother that's the leading scorer in the league? That's a big loss.
So,
and from everything. I'm not a doctor, and I didn't sleep at a Best Western or whatever it is. But that sounds to me like I hope not a separated shoulder.
Yep. And we hope y'all enjoyed the interview last week because we talked about a lot of things and Little Debbie cakes being those. So just to make sure, we take care of our guests, Matt and I put together a care package and was dropped off before the game last week.
Don't be surprised if we do it again.
Yeah. It was full of all the Little Debbie cakes that we discussed. They got a box of each. Ones that was brought up, and
this is how we pay our guests.
Left that for them, and I did find out from the coach today that the Nutty Buddy bars are gone.
Of course, Nutty Buddies are gone.
So,
Nutty Buddies are they're Nutty Buddies.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really sure what the owner liked, but still. Mike, I don't know if the party cakes or whatever, the zebra cakes are still left, but if I see him at the game tonight, I'll try to ask him.
Yeah, zebra cakes probably were gone within 10 minutes.
I don't know about that.
I can inhale those things, man.
That Nutty Buddy soft cake they make is pretty good too.
Oh, the Nutty Buddies are great. I gotta go grocery shopping after the store.
But anyway, so it was a great game last night. Really good attendance. I think there was over 4,600.
Still leading the league in average attendance.
Still leading the league in average attendance. It's amazing. And that's going to keep these teams around. That's going to keep the league happy, keep the owners happy. And we should you continue to get that kind of support. And I expect it to grow.
Well, especially with the way they've ingrained themselves in the community.
Yeah.
That's the key. And I think that's something a lot of the teams that have come through in the past haven't done.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, we're going to do a reading program. We're going to do – and they tell you everything they're going to do, and they don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I liked about this team is they didn't really tell us everything they were going to do in the community and have actually undersold and over-delivered.
Yeah. And two, from the very first interview, from the first time we had Coach Graham on, it was always about, well, we don't just look at necessarily the best player. We look to get good people.
That's what we need.
And they've lived up to that.
Yeah.
These guys are great. They spend all the time in the world. They played several tough games, yet they stick around, last weekend and this weekend too, no doubt. They'll have 3 games on the slate, and they'll still stick around after games and sign autographs for kids, take pictures, do whatever they need to do.
Well, I think a lot of them, and I know that a lot of these guys are really young because, it's a league that leans young. But I think there will be a few that end up like a bunch of the ex-Pride players. They don't just come in here, play hockey, and go home. This is home.
Yeah.
For a lot of, Serwa's still here.
Yeah.
Mark's, I knew I was going to mess his name
Vodrodska
is still around,
And he had a good time. I mean, he killed him on the ice. I know he enjoyed. He got to play that first shift, and
By the way,
enjoyed that.
Those uniforms look good.
They did. They looked really good.
They look good.
Alan came up and sat with me for a while, toward that third period, because he had so many different things going on. But Alan and I sat, and we hardly got to talk much because we like to talk sports, and then he'll help educate me about a few calls and things like that on hockey in the hockey games as they go. And turns out the 3 officials in the game Alan had officiated with before. He used to be an official too for a little while.
Ooh.
And so he knew them. He said, "Yeah, they're all good." He said one of the guys that was just had been just a game or two away from actually making it to the show for to the big leagues.
Man.
So we throw off on the officials and nobody likes them, but these guys, they're legit.
They're good.
But,
they're good.
Every 2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes. Every 35, 40 seconds, somebody was coming up wanting an autograph, and Alan was out there the whole time with the fans, interacting the entire time.
That's
and
great.
Signed everything he could possibly sign. What was really cool, though, is guys would come up and show him a picture they had on their phone. And it was a picture they'd taken of a picture, and it'd be Alan Serwa, some guy, or just a little kid.
Yeah.
And that little kid would be the fella holding the phone.
Yeah.
And now he was there with his kid, wanting Alan to take a picture with, with his child.
That
is really cool.
That'll make you feel old real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, but it's still pretty neat.
It is. It's awesome.
So
it's awesome that there are a lot of them are stuck up, but the cool thing about it is because you and I we've met a lot of ex-players. 99% of them are like that.
Yeah.
Like if you get them in the right situation. Now there are some times where you probably catch them wrong place, wrong time.
But they've been stressed by something.
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, if you ask nicely and don't bug them about it,
not all up in their face.
Yeah, they'll sign an autograph or two.
He had no idea. Alan had no idea they were going to retire his jersey. So
That was
any of
so
those
cool.
emotions on the red carpet that night were absolutely legitimate.
Awesome.
I mean, he's tearing up, choking up. You could see it. You could
That
see him
is
wiping
so
his
cool.
eyes. And then he said, he said, I'm choking up. I'm nervous. I don't know what. And then they stick a microphone in my hand, expect me to give a speech. And he was totally not expecting it.
That's the cool thing about it. And honestly, the Florence Center is the house that Cyril built.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
And the pride. Yeah, I mean, they did such a great job with that back then.
And I'm so glad we're acknowledging
finally
the pride, finally. All right, that time of the week coming up.
Hello, everybody. I am Donnie Daniel with Daniel Wealth Management. In a world of constant change and evolving market, finding a partner you can trust is crucial for financial success. At Daniel Wealth Management, we understand the importance of growth, not just for your investment, but for your future and your legacy you'll leave behind. Our team of experts are dedicated to providing personalized strategies that align with your goals, whether you're planning for retirement, saving for a home, or investing for your children's education. With our tailored approach, we'll help you navigate the complexities of your portfolio and make informed decisions that drive your success. Time is your most valuable asset, and we're here to help you make the most of it. Let us be your guide on the path to financial growth and stability. Visit us at Daniel Wealth Management on Broad Street in Sumter, South Carolina, or call us at 803-774-3121 and schedule an appointment to start your journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Daniel Wealth Management, your partner in growth, your partner in success.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC.
Looking for a beautiful new home without breaking the bank? At Lumbee Homes, we're making home ownership simple, affordable, and stress-free. We offer high-quality manufactured homes at the best prices in the state. With multiple locations across South Carolina to serve you, finding your dream home has never been easier. Visit Lumbee Homes or call us today. See for yourself why we're South Carolina's choice for quality housing. Lumbee Homes. Stop renting, start owning.
Too tough to tame? Try too rough to ride. Nothing about this place lets you sit back. It rips up your tires and tears at your heart.
Let's go!
History, glory, consequences. That's Darlington, where stripes are well earned. The Goodyear 400. NASCAR's best face the lady in black. And this spring,
how about that?
She'll leave her mark.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Darlington Raceway, March 20th through the 22nd. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
I'm here with Coach Carter, who just won a game against their biggest rivals. Tell us how you're feeling, Coach.
I'm feeling great. This was a huge win for us tonight, and we couldn't have done it without every single member of the team. It's kind of like FTC's roster of services. Now there's a winning lineup. From internet and wireless to phone, security, and TV, these team players all play a critical role in making FTC your all-in-one technology company.
Now that sounds like a winning combination.
Get in the game with FTC, your all-in-one technology company. Stop by a local FTC store or visit ftc.net.
Attention Braves country, get ready for Braves Country Fest, starring Cody Johnson. Live with special guests Ella Langley. Come on, baby. Plus Ernest and Mackenzie Carpenter. Saturday, June 13th, Truist Park. Get tickets now at livenation.com and braves.com. Presented by Truist.
Genesis Healthcare is hiring now. Explore open employment opportunities and make a real impact in your community. Apply today at genesisfqhc.org and check out all of their available positions online. Genesis Healthcare, where care and purpose come together.
It's the Spring NASCAR Weekend, March 20th through 22nd at Darlington Raceway, the track too tough to tame. And we've got updates all weekend long from pit road to the garage. Woody Fagan covers racing at Darlington all weekend, bringing you the Lady in Black reports. Brought to you by Slowpoke Bait and Tackle, Baker Transportation, Done Right Automotive, Callaway Auto Glass, the Lexington Police Department, McLeod Farms, Precision Tune of Florence, Car Stereo Plus, Hers McBarkin, and Trinity Auto Glass. Hear every update on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Incredible savings from Hartsville Lumber and Barns on CarolinaSaves.com. An 8x8 wooden storage barn with metal roof and treated runners, a regular $1,600. Now half off. It won't be there long. Go to CarolinaSaves.com and click on the Florence tab.
One of them is banned from every message board in the world. The other is Woody. It's game day in the Carolinas.
It's that time of the week.
Yes, it is. It's time for the Men with Shirts Idiot of the Week, brought to you by Mr. Rob Weiland and Men with Shirts. If you've got a hat, a cup, a koozie, and you need a logo on it, he can do it. He can provide the hat, the cup, and the koozie, and the T-shirt, too. If you're a small business and you need a logo developed or designed and put onto something, Rob can do it, and Rob can save you money. He can do it affordably. Give him a call, 843-260-1105. Check out his website, menwithshirts.com. He also has a Facebook page by the same name, Men with Shirts.
And, okay, I'll go first today since mine is very tame and has a lot to do with money. My idiot of the week is Utah Valley University, who is leaving the WAC. We're actually watching a conference die in real time, by the way, when it comes to the WAC. They are leaving for the Big Sky Conference next year. Well, they negotiated a settlement to leave the conference of $1 million. As of Tuesday, they have not paid the $1 million, and the WAC almost kicked them out of the tournament. Yes, the WAC actually had to take out a press release to say that we are about to reconfigure the tournament. Utah Valley University then was told by a judge, you have until midnight. They paid the $1 million. They're in the tournament.
Yeah, we're going to break your legs.
Kneecap you. All right, Chandler.
Florida man.
Yes.
Deputies in Marion County said a man is accused of intentionally spraying children with water as they got on and off their school bus. Gets better.
Okay.
Not better, worse. Antonio Roman, 61, was arrested by deputies on Sunday on multiple charges, including stalking and battery, and spraying special needs children while they got on and off their school bus.
What a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah, well, we go to South Carolina for mine. Man arrested.
No.
He's been called the Screw Bandit.
South Carolina
over
representing.
in Elgin. He was convicted. This guy, David Branham, 38 of Columbia, was the suspect known as the Screw Bandit. He was accused of placing screws and nails in the roadways all around the city. He was arrested a few mornings ago working at a job site. There's multiple incidents around the Elgin estates where he put screws on nails and roadways. They said it was 3 months worth of investigation using extensive surveillance, camera monitoring, and advanced investigative tools and tactics. Now, this guy's a moron. I mean, he was arrested and put in jail again.
Yeah.
He was accused of stalking, breach of peace of a high and aggravated nature, and malicious injury to property. Still at the Kershaw County Detention Center. The Screw Bandit.
The Screw Bandit.
Nothing more annoying than that. You come out to get in your car in the morning, you got a flat because you picked up a nail.
Maybe the guy is flipping everybody off on Irby Street.
And this guy was doing it on purpose.
Jerk.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
I think I'd like a shot at him.
Yeah, I'd 5 minutes alone, please. All right. For Woody, Chandler, and Matt, see you next week.
Hey, this is Mary Gail Zach. At Mr. Sparky, professionalism isn't an add-on. It's the standard. Clean vans, clean uniforms, electricians who respect your home, and clean up when the job's done. When we leave, the only thing different is that your electrical problem is fixed. Call us, Mr. Sparky, or book online. We'll be right over.
You don't have